Okay. Let us continue. In this question, it is asking us to find the area of this shape. What's the name of this shape? The shape is a parallelogram. Okay, so formula for area. Area of parallelogram equals to base times height. Okay, now this base is written with a small b and the height with a small h. So according to your picture, this is your height and this is your base. So this will be 12 multiplied by 9, and your answer will be in square meters. And 12 times 9 is 108 square meters. Now, it can also be written as 108 meters squared. Okay, so same thing. Okay, what do I notice on my picture? I don't have the height. How will I find my height? I will use Pythagoras theorem. So this is C and this is A. So height equals C squared minus A squared square root. Okay, now my C is 26, my A is 10. So I'm going to square both numbers and then subtract them, and I should get 24. Now, to find the area, I will do base times height. My base is 22, and my height is 24, and my unit is centimeter. So when I multiply 22 and 24, I will get 528 square centimeter, and I box my answer. Or I can also write my answer as 528 centimeters squared. It's the same thing. Okay, what do I notice here? I notice here that I don't have the height. I also notice that I have a right triangle that is a special right triangle, which is a 60, 30, which is a 30, 60, 90 triangle. So because it is a 30, 60, 90 right triangle, 30, 60, 90 right triangle, I am going to use the Kanun. If this is x root 3, and this is 2x. This is 2x, okay? So that's what that means. Now, height will be which side? Height will be the side opposite 60. So my height equals to x square root 3. Now, I don't know my x. I need to find my x. I know that the hypotenuse, which is opposite 90, is 2x. So 2x equals 4, okay? And I will divide both sides by 2, so my x is 2. If my x is 2, my height will be 2 root 3. So this is my height, okay? Then, now I want to find the area of this parallelogram. So area equals to base times height. My base is 5 and 5/10. And then I'm going to multiply with 2 square root 3. And my answer should be 11 square root 3. I was told to round to the nearest 10th. So I am going to do 11 square root 3 gives me 19.05255. Then to the nearest 10th, I circle the first digit after the decimal. I underline the digit after the circle. I ask myself, am I adding? Yes. Why? Because this number is 5 and more. So I'm going to add. So this answer will be 19 and 1/10, and the unit is square feet. And I box my answer. Okay. I notice I don't have my height, and this is a special right triangle. This is a 45, 45, 90 right triangle. And in the 45, 45, 90 triangle, the values are x, and here should be, this should be x square root 2. No, yes, x square root 2, yes. This one should be x square root 2, okay? Now, I want to find my height. So my height should be x, okay? And I know my hypotenuse. So my hypotenuse is 7. So my hypotenuse according to this is x square root of 2, which should equal to 7. I want x, I will divide both sides by square root of 2. Okay, so this is x. In math, square root cannot be cannot be in the denominator. So you have to rationalize this fraction. That means you multiply here by square root 2 and multiply here by square root 2. This becomes 7 square root 2 over 2. Okay? Now this is your x, and according to your picture, this is x and this is x. So this means this is your height. Now to find the area, this is your base. So area of your parallelogram is base times height. Your base is 14. Your height is 7 square root of 2, divide 2, and this becomes 7 multiplies 7 square root of 2, which is 49 square root of 2. Then what did the question ask from you? The question said you should change it to decimal. So 49 square root of 2 becomes 69. It becomes 69.2964 and so on. Ellipsis. So to the 10th, you circle the first digit after the decimal. You underline the digit after the circle. You ask yourself the digit that you underline. Is it 5 or more? If you say yes, you add 1 to your circle. Your new answer is 69 and 3/10, and the unit is square yards. And you box your answer. Okay, so then now we have a trapezoid. Do I have the height? I don't have the height. I will use Pythagoras theorem because I don't know this distance from here to here. Okay, so this is my height. So height equals c squared minus a squared, and then you find the square root of that. Now, to find the distance from here to here, I will remove 18 from 24. If I remove 18 from 24, I should get 18 from 24. So 24 minus 18, that should give me 6. This will be 6. This will be my A. This is my C. So I have 15 squared minus 6 squared. And then that should be 225 minus 36. And that should give me so that should give me 225 minus 36. That is 189. Square root of 189. That should be 3 square root of 21. So this is my height, okay? Now I want to find the area of this trapezoid. So area of trapezoid equals to base 1 plus base 2, divide by 2, and then you multiply by the height. What is my base 1? 18. My base 2 is 24. Divide by 2, and I'm going to multiply by 3, square root of 21. 18 plus 24 should be 42. And 42 divided by 2, 42 divided by 2, multiply by 3, square root of 21. Divide by 2, that gives me 21. So that's 21 multiplied by 3, multiplied by the square root of 21. That will give me 63 square root of 21. So 63 multiply square root of 21. That will give me 288. 288. 702. We want to round to the nearest tenth. We are not adding. Our answer is 288 and 7/10 square millimeter. And you box your answer. Okay. We move on. This is our trapezoid. And we do not know the height. Okay, we do not know the height. So we're going to find the height using Pythagoras theorem. Height equals square root c squared minus a squared. So square root of 10 squared minus 6 squared. This is square root of 100 minus 36. 100 minus 36 should be 64. Okay, so this is equal to the square root of 64, which is 8. So I'm going to put 8 over here. Okay, so now we want to find area of the trapezoid. Area of trapezoid equals base 1 plus base 2, divide by 2, multiply by the height. Base 1 is 8, base 2 is 9 plus 6, and then divide by 2, and then multiply by 8. And this will give me 8 plus 15, divide by 2, multiply by 8. And this will give me 8 plus 15, multiply by 4. Okay, 8 plus 15 should be 23. And then multiply by 4 should give me 92. So this is 23 multiplied by 4. So you don't confuse it as a decimal. So that is 92. What is the unit? Square inches. And you box your answer. Okay, here we didn't need to round. Okay, so we move on. Okay, now the question is telling me if my area is 168, okay, I have a rhombus. Okay, I have a rhombus. Okay, so we draw rhombus. Says here, the area of a rhombus is this. So I'm going to draw the rhombus. Something like this. Okay, and then it has two diagonals. It has the diagonal that is vertical, and it has the diagonal that is horizontal. So I'm going to label them A, B, C, D. This side should be equal to this side, which should be equal to this side, which should be equal to this side. So this is my rhombus, okay? So the area of a rhombus, so I need to know how to use the diagonals to find the area, okay? So area equals half times diagonal 1 multiply diagonal 2. And as you can notice, diagonal 1 should not be the same as diagonal 2. Okay? If one diagonal is 3 times as long as the other, so the other is x, the other one will be 3 times x, because it says 3 times as long. And then I will still multiply by half, and then I will ask myself, do I know the area? And I will say yes, the area is 168. Okay? So this becomes 168 equals to 3x squared divided by 2. Now I will do multiplicative inverse. I will multiply here by 2 and divide by 3. The same thing, 2 divided by 3. This 3 will go with this 3. This 2 will go with this 2. I will be left with x squared. Then I will do this and I should get 300. I should get 112. Okay? After I get to 112, I will find the square root on both sides, okay? So x will be 4 square root of 7, okay? And then I will change this to decimal. It will become 10, 5, 8, 3. I was told to round to the nearest tenth, so I will circle 5, I will underline 8. I will add 1 because this number is 5 and more. So my new number, my new x is 10 and 6/10 centimeter. And this is one of the answers I need because it said, get me one diagonal. I mean, get me the length of all. I will get the diagonals, both of them. So I need x and I also need 3x, okay? So now I want to do the diagonal 2, which is 3 parentheses x. My x is 3 multiply 4 square root of 7. And then I should get 12 square root of 7. If I change this to decimal, this becomes 31.749. I will circle the 7. I will underline the 4. I will not add. My answer is 31.7 watt centimeter. And I box my answer. Okay. Now we want to answer this question. It says we have a trapezoid. We know base and we know the area. We need to find the height. Okay. What is the height? I know the area. I know base 1 and base 2. So area equals base 1 plus base 2 divide by 2 multiply by the height. I know the area, 322 equals 322 equals 12 plus 12, no, 12 plus 14 divide by 2 multiply by the height. So then I will do 12 plus 14, which is 26, divide by 2, multiply by the height, which is 322. If I solve this, I should get 13. Okay, so this is 13, h equals to 322. Then I divide both sides by 13. This goes away, and I should get h equals to 24769. And then feet. Now, It didn't tell me how to round, so I'm going to leave it like this. You should know how to round by now, okay? So according to the question, how it tells you. Here, it did not tell me how to round. It did not say round to the nearest tenth or hundredth or whole number. So you should practice rounding. Rounding is something you should know by now, okay? All right. Question 17. What do I know and what do I want? Okay, according to the question, I have the height, I have one base, and I have the area. Find the other base, okay? So just write your formula and fill it up. Area equals base 1 plus base 2, divide by 2, multiply by the height. Okay, what is the area? 64. What is base 1? 12 plus base 2. Divide by 2, multiply with 8. These 2 will go with this 8 to become 4. And this will be in parentheses. So now I have 64 equals to 12 plus B2, and I'm multiplying by 4. I will divide both sides by 4. This 4 and this 4 go away. 64 divide 4, what do I get? It would be 16, okay. So 16 equals to 12 plus B2 minus 12 minus 12, I get 4 equals to B2, okay? So 4 meters. What is the length of the other base? The length of the other base, the length of the other base is 4 meters, okay? And you box your answer, just like that. The height of a parallelogram is 10 feet more than the base, okay? So how do I write that? Height is 10 feet more than the base, okay? And we are talking about parallelogram. We are talking about parallelogram, okay? Now, if the area of the parallelogram, so we need area of parallelogram, okay? So I start, area equals base times height. My base, I don't know. My height is B plus 10. And I know the area is 1200. Okay, so I'm gonna do distributive property. So 1200 equals to B squared plus 10B. Then I'm gonna make this a quadratic equation. I'm gonna subtract 1200 on both sides. Okay, so I'm gonna get 0 equals to B squared plus 10B minus 1200. I need to find B. So I need to solve my quadratic equation by finding two numbers that when I multiply, I will get positive 10. So I need two numbers. When I multiply, I will get positive 10. And when I multiply, I get negative 1200. And when I add, I get positive 10. So how do I do that? I make table. And in the quadratic formula, remember here is your B, and your B is who? Positive 10. And here is A multiply C, which is who? Negative 1200. Now find two numbers when you multiply, you're gonna get 1200. So I can do 10. Okay, I can do 10 and 12. No, I can do 112. So that will give me 1200. So one time 100 is negative, another time 100 is positive, and 12 is negative, okay? Then I can use 20 and 60. So negative 20 and 60, or 20 and negative 60, okay? Let me try 30, okay? Negative 30 and 40, or 30 and negative 40. 50, no, 60 is already over here. Okay, that's enough. Let me check now. Now I do. What is 30 plus negative 40? That will give me negative 10. So I don't need this. I don't need. I want positive 10 on this column. Okay. What is negative 30 plus 40? This is 10. So here is my answer. Okay. So now, because here is my answer, so I will write here, B minus 30 multiply B plus 40 is equal to 0. So then I will do B minus 30 equals to 0 plus 30 plus 30. B is 30, okay? Then I will do B plus 40 equals to 0 minus 40 minus 40. B is equal to negative 40. Now we already know we are talking about distance or length. Length cannot be negative, so I cannot use this. I cannot use when if I'm talking about length, I cannot use negative numbers, okay? So I'm gonna use 30. So find the length of the base. The base will equal 30. 30 what? 30 feet. And the height is base plus 10, which is 30 plus 10, which is 40 feet. And this is your answer. So these two numbers are your values, okay, for your answer. All right. Now we are here. We want to do area of the triangle. Okay. All right. So this triangle that I have is an equilateral triangle. How do I know it's an equilateral triangle? Because the question said regular. So in an equilateral triangle, all your sides are the same. Okay. Now, if all your sides are the same, so that means this is 60, this is 60, and this is 60. I want the height of this triangle, and this is 90 degrees. So I have a special triangle. So I have, this will be 30, and this will be 30 over here. So I have a 30, 60, 90 right triangle, okay? Now, remember, this will be x, this will be x square root of 3, and this will be 2x, okay? Now, let's draw our triangle on the side again. So if this is 2x, okay, and this is 60, so this is x square root of 3, and this is x because this is 30. 30 goes with x, okay? And this is 90 degrees. So now, what do I know? I know 2x. So 2x equals 8. I want x. I will divide by 2. I will divide by 2. X will be 4, okay? All right. So if x is 4, my height will equal x square root 3, which means this is 4 square root 3, okay? Then I want to find area. So area of triangle is half times base times height. Half, my base is 8 from here to here. So that is 8. And my height is 4 square root of 3, which is, are we rounding? Yes. So this will be 4 times 4 square root of 3, which is 16 square root of 3. 16 times 16 times square root of 3 is 27.7. Okay, so this will be 27.712. Are we adding? Yes. So this is 27.7. No, we are not adding because this number is not 5 or more. And then this is square millimeter. And you box your answer. Okay. All right. So let's do this one. What is this one called? Pentagon, because it has 5 sides. Okay. Now divide your pentagon into 5 triangles and find the area of one triangle and then multiply with 5 to find the area of the whole shape. So let's first find the central angle. We want the central. So let's draw our triangle here so you can clearly see what you don't have. You don't know this distance from here to here, and you don't know this distance from here to here. All you know, this is 10 and this is 10. Okay? Now, to find this angle here, you will do theta divide by, sorry, you do 360, so you want theta. Theta is 360 divided by 5. Okay? So that will give you what? 72. Okay? And then now you'll have a right triangle. Then you will divide 72 by 2, you will get 36. Here you'll do 72 divided by 2. It'll give you 36 degrees. And this is 90 here. So you're going to use SOHCAHTOA. You're going to use SOHCAHTOA or your trig functions to help you to find what you're missing. Remember, you want the adjacent and you want the opposite of 36. Okay? To find the adjacent, you're going to use cosine. Okay? So it's cos equal cos 36 equal adjacent over hypotenuse. Do you know hypotenuse? Yes, you know it is 10. So you're going to do multiply both sides by hypotenuse. Hypotenuse goes away. So adjacent, which is your height, adjacent, which is the height of the triangle, is h, which is your hypotenuse, cos 36, which is 10 cos 36. I will not change it here. Leave it like that. Now you want to know the distance from here to here, which is your opposite. So opposite, you can use sine and hypotenuse because you know that. So opposite, this is adjacent, opposite will be sine, sorry. It will be hypotenuse, okay, multiply sine 36. Okay, which becomes 10 sine 36. Now you want to find the area of your triangle, okay? And remember, this is just nous, so you have to multiply this by 2. So area equals half times base times height. Now, half, your base is 2 of this. So 2 times 10 sine 36, and your height is 10 cos 36. Multiply 10 cos 36. This 2 and this 2 will go away. Now just put this part in the calculator. So you're going to put 10 sine 36, close parentheses, multiply by 10 cos 36, close parentheses, okay? And then remember, you have 5 of them. So at the end, you need to, remember this is for 1. Remember, this is just for 1. So you want 5 of them, multiply by 5. So here you have to continue multiplying by 5, okay? Times 5. So your answer should be 237, okay? So your answer should be 237. Are we rounding to the nearest 10? 76, 4. Circle the 7, underline the 6, add 1. Your answer is 237 and 8/10, and your unit is square millimeter. And you box your answer. Okay? All right, we do for the hexagon. I need to change my slide. I don't have enough space. So I'm gonna escape this and add a new slide. Okay. All right, let's continue. We want to find the area. So first we will draw the triangle. We should have 6 triangles. One, two, three, four, five, 6. Okay. All I know is the height of the thing, which is 6. That's all I know. I don't know this. I don't know here. Okay. So what is important? I want the base. All right, let's see how I will find the base. This is 6. Okay. So first, let me find my central angle. So theta equals to 360 divided by 6. What is 360 divided 6? That is 60. So this is 60. This whole angle here is 60. Now I want the right triangle. So if my central angle is 60, this angle here will be 30 degrees. This is 90 degrees. And this will be 60 degrees. Okay? Now, because this is a special right triangle, so this will be 30, 60, 90. This will be x. This is x square root of 3. And this is 2x. Okay. What do I know? I know the height, which is this one, which is 6. Okay. So x, so wait, height is equals to x square root of 3. 6 is equals to x square root of 3. So x, I will divide both sides by square root of 3. And this goes away. And x. And we said in math, the square root can never be in the denominator. So you need to rationalize. So that means you will multiply your denominator and your denominator by the conjugate, okay, of the denominator. So the conjugate of square root of 3 is just square root of 3. I. So this becomes 6 square root of 3 over 3. I. So that is where that is here, the one that is opposite of 30 will be 6 square root of 3 over 3. This is 6 over here, okay? I don't need this. I don't need hypotenuse to do the area of the triangle. So now, area of the triangle, so my triangle is like this. From here to here is 6 square root 3 over 3. And here is 6 square root 3 over 3. And this distance here is 6. So area of triangle, there's now area of my whole shape, there's 6 of them. Area will be 6 times the area of the triangle. Okay? This is area of the hexagonal. I. So 6 times 1/2 times base times height. Half of 6 is 3 times my base. I will have to add these two together. So this will be 6 square root 3 over 3 plus 6 square root 3 over 3. And then my height is 6. 3 times 6 is 18. And then I will multiply with, now let me add 6 square root 3. No, fraction first. 6 square root 3 down 3 plus fraction 6 square root 3 down 3 will give me 4 square root 3. So this will be 4 square root 3. 18 times 4 will give me 72 square root of 3. 72 square root of 3. Now I need my answer as a decimal because we are rounding. So this is 124.707. I want to round to the nearest tenth. I circle the first digit. I underline the second digit. I check if it is 5 or more. I say no. So my answer is 124.7. What's my unit? Square feet. Okay. The question is telling me to find the diameter of a circle whose area is this. Okay. Says the diameter of a circle whose area is this. Okay. All right. What is canon for area of a circle? Area equals to pi r squared. Who do I know? I know area is 915 pi r squared. Divide by pi, divide by pi. Okay. Pi and pi go away. So now I have 915 over pi is r squared. I want r, I will square root on both sides. So now I will have r is 915 over pi under the square root. Okay, so then we want diameter. So we know that diameter equals to 2r, and we know our r, so parentheses square root 915 over pi, okay? and just go to the calculator and do once. 2 parentheses fraction, no, delete. 2 parentheses square root and then fraction. Then 915 divide pi, shift pi, then space, then no, delete, space, and then yes. Okay? And you should get 34.1323. And you circle the one, you underline, and you get 34.1 watt feet. And you box your answer, because the question told you to round to the nearest tenth. Okay? So now we've been asked to find the areas okay? We've been told to find the area of each shaded sector. There is Kanun. It says area equals central angle divided by 360 multiplied by the area of the circle. Okay? So my central angle is who? 51 over who? 360 multiplied by pi r squared. Okay, so 51 degrees multiplied by 360 multiplied by pi multiplied by 2 squared. If I put all this in the calculator, I should get 17 over 30 pi. And this becomes 1.780. I'm rounding to the nearest tenth. I am adding 1, and this should be 1.8 square meter. Let me just confirm my math. 51 divided by 360 multiplied by pi multiplied by 4. Yes, 17 over 30 pi. SD 1.78. Okay. All right, same thing here. Area equals theta 360 multiplied area of the circle. This gives me 130 divided by 360 multiplied by pi r squared. This is 130 divided by 360 multiplied by pi multiplied by 18 squared. This should give me 117 pi. This should give me 367.5663. I want to the nearest 10. I circle the 5. I underline the 6. After the circle, I am adding 1 because this number is 5 and more. And my new answer is 367 and 6/10 square meter. And I box my answer. Okay. All right. We do the same thing here. Area equals theta over 360 multiply area of circle. This gives you 243 over 360 multiplied by pi r squared. This is 243 over 360 multiplied by pi multiplied by 12.5 squared. This should give you 331.339. We are not adding. So 331.3 square meter. And I box my answer. Okay. Then now we want to find surface area. Okay. I don't know, or I don't have the radius. Please provide the value of the radius, or let me. I don't have the radius, so I need to find the radius, okay? You think I'll have enough space? I don't know. Okay, let's see. So I don't have the radius, so I need to find the radius. Radius equals diameter divided by 2, which is equals to 12 divided by 2, which is equals to 6. Now, how do I find surface area of cylinder? Surface area of cylinder is lateral area. Lateral area plus 2 base area. Okay? Why 2 base area? Because you have a bottom circle and a top circle. Lateral area is a rectangle. So this is 2 pi RH plus 2 pi r squared. Then you put your values. This is 2 times pi times 6 times height. Our height is how much? 10. And then here is 2 times pi times 6 squared. Okay. Then you should get here 120 pi. And here you should get 72 pi. And here you should get 192 pi. And here you should get 603.1857895 ellipses. It doesn't tell me here. I don't have the part where it says if I'm rounding to the nearest what. So you should know what it says, whether it's hundredth or tenth. So then you will round this number to the nearest, whatever part the su'al wants. Okay, here I have the radius, so I can just start. Surface area equals lateral area plus 2 base area, circle on top, circle at the bottom. Here, this is a rectangle. Now, to find the area of this rectangle, because it is curved, you're not going to use length and width, you're going to use the circumference. So 2 pi r, which is the circumference, and you're going to multiply by the height. Remember, the Kanun says perimeter of your base. So perimeter of this circle is the circumference. And this part here shows the circumference. Plus 2 pi r squared, okay? Then you put your values. This will be 2 multiply pi multiply 8 multiply 12 plus 2 multiply pi multiply 8 squared, okay? This should give you 192 pi plus 128 pi. And this should give you 320 pi. And then the decimal that you're going to get should be 1005309649, and you put ellipses and then square inches. Then you read the question and see what it wants you to round it to. Okay? Now, this is the same as question 7. I don't have the radius, so I will find radius equals diameter divided by 2. My diameter is 6. I will divide by 2, and that will give me 3. So then I will do surface area equals lateral area plus 2 base area My base area are my two circles. My lateral area is the curved rectangle. This gives me 2 pi RH plus 2 pi r squared. Then I put my values. So my values will be 2 pi 3 and 12, 2 pi 3 and 12 plus 2 pi 3 squared. Okay? So this will be 72 pi plus 18 pi. And this will give me 89 pi. And this will give me 279, 6017,462. So this will be ellipses at the end and then square yards. And you round it to what the question wants you to round it to. Okay? Right. So now we have here, this you can do two ways. This is a rectangular prism. So we want surface area. So surface area will be 2 times length times width plus plus 2 times W times height plus 2 times height times length. Okay? So then you put your numbers or your values. This would be, this is your length, this is your width, this is your height. This is 2 times 12 times 10 plus 2 times 10 times 12 plus 2 times 12 times 12. Okay, and then the answer to this one is 240 plus the answer to this one is also 240, and the answer to this one is 288. And this will give you 768 square yards. And this boxes my answer. Or we can do it the way your book wants you to do. It says here, do perimeter of the base, and you multiply by the height, and you add your two base area. Okay, so your two base area means your two length times width. That's what this means, your two base area. And what is the length? Sorry, this should be plus. This is 2 times 12 times 10, okay? This will be 24, this will be 240, okay? Now, perimeter of the base, your base is a rectangle. To get perimeter of the base, you should do 2L plus 2W, and then you're gonna multiply by the height, okay? So you're gonna do 2 times 12 plus 2 times 10, and then you're gonna multiply by 12. This will give you 24 plus 20. So remember, you add first and then you multiply. Okay. There should be a parenthesis here. Like that. Okay. So times 12. So this is 44 times 12. That should give you 528 plus your 240. That should give you 768 square what? Square yards. Square yards. Okay. So you have two ways of doing the same question. You choose what is easy for you. Okay. Now we have cone. Okay. So surface area of cone equals lateral area plus base area. Now remember, capital B is not the same as small b. You have to know when to use capital B and when to use small b. Okay? Pi RL plus pi r squared. Now, do I have L? Yes, I have L, which is given to me here, is the slanted height. So pi, do I have radius? Yes, I have radius. Multiply 5, multiply 14, plus pi, multiply 5 squared. This is 25 pi, and this is 70 pi. And this is 95 pi. And then I press SD and I get the decimal, which is 298.4513021 square meter. And then you round it according to what the question says. Here, I don't see where it says how to round. So make sure you round this decimal to the place value the question says. Here, you're gonna use surface area equals to 2 length darb width plus 2 width darb height plus 2 height darb length. Then you put your values, 2, 8, 15, multiply them, 2, 15, and 3, multiply them, 2, 3, and 8, multiply them. This is your length, this is your width, this is your height. The answer to my first parenthesis is 240 plus 90 plus 48. That gave me 378 square meter. Or you can do surface area equals lateral area plus 2 base area. And then you're going to use perimeter times the height plus 2 base area, which is 2 times length times width. 2 times length times width. Okay. Perimeter is 2 L plus W. Then you're going to multiply that by height. Then here you're going to write 2 LW. Okay, now put your values. This is 2, 8 plus 15 multiply 3 plus 2 times 8 times 15. This should give you 138, and this should give you 240. So this should give you 378 square meters. So you have two ways of getting the same answer. Okay. All right, let's continue. This question is asking us for surface area of the cube if the length of each edge is 2. So this is 2, 2, 2. So surface area. So you have 6 square faces. A cube has 6 square faces. So surface area of cube equals to 6 times the area of 1 square face, the area of 1 square face. So this will be 6 multiply S times S, which is 6 multiply 2 times 2, which is 6 multiply 4, which is 24 square inches. You box your answer. Now you want to find both the lateral area and the surface area of the pyramid. Okay, so the lateral area of pyramid equals half times the perimeter of the base, which is here. The perimeter of the base is here. Okay. And then, and it says regular pyramid. It says regular pyramid. That means if this is 6, this is 6, this is 6. Okay. And then you multiply by the slanted height. Slanted height. Okay. So be half times the perimeter of the triangle times your L, which is half times the perimeter means add side 1 to side 2 to side 3. Because a triangle has 3 sides. Multiply by the slanted height. Now put your values. Half multiply by 6 plus 6 plus 6. Okay. Then, so this will be half multiply 18 multiply 8. And this should give you 72 square feet. Okay. 18 times 4 should be 72. Okay. All right. Then now it wants you to find the surface area. Now, remember you have a triangle. All you know is that this is 6, 6, and 6. If this is 6, 6, and 6, this also has to be 60, 60, and 60. 6, 6, and 6. If your sides are the same, it means you have an equilateral triangle. If you have an equilateral triangle, your angles inside must be 60 degrees. Okay? 60 degrees. Now, you want the height of this triangle. So you're going to now this will be 3 because remember you cut it over here. You cannot use 6 again. This will be 3. This will be 60. This will be 90. So this should be 30. You have a special right triangle. So you have a 30, 60, 90 right triangle. This is x. This is 2. This is 3 square root of x. This is x square root of 3. And this is 2x. Okay. What do I know? I know x is 3. So my height will be 3 square root 3. That's my height because my height is here where 60 is. Okay? So this is my height. Now find the area of the triangle. Area of base triangle is half times base times height. Half, my base is how much? 6. And my height is how much? 3 square root 3. Okay. So now, what do I need to do? This will be 3. Okay. And that will be 9. So 3 times 3 is 9 square root of 3. This is my base triangle, the area of the base. So now remember, surface area equals lateral area plus base area. Okay. Lateral area, you got it over here, 72. Your base area is 9 square root of 3. And you want to round to the nearest tenth. If you add this, you should get 159.58845. Circle 5, you underline 8, you add 1. Your answer should be 159.6 square feet. And you box your answer. Okay? Fine. So then we have here surface area of sphere. Which equals to 4 pi r squared, which equals to 4 pi. I don't have my radius, so I need to find my radius. Radius equals diameter divided by 2. 22 divided by 2, that gives me 11. So this is 11 squared. So this is 4 multiply pi multiply 121. This is 484 pi. And this is 1520.530.844. Circle to the nearest tenth. So we are rounding to the nearest tenth. We are not adding. Our answer is 1520 and 5/10 square feet. And you box your answer. Okay, we stop here. We'll continue later. Okay.